Hey, what is up guys? My name is Oleg, this is Bond. Welcome back to the channel. In today's video I'm going to tell you about my purchase. ORIS. I bought an ORIS AQUIS 43mm diver watch yesterday at the mall. Very unexpectedly. I wasn't planning to buy this watch yesterday. I wasn't planning to buy any watches for a while, but it just happened. So let me tell you about the story of how I came about buying this awesome diver watch. Let's start from the beginning. Yesterday I went to the mall with my girlfriend. I didn't go to the mall shopping. We had to go somewhere, meet some people. Doesn't matter. So we were walking around the mall, and obviously I have to look at all the watch stores. It's just a law. Whenever I'm at the mall or whenever I'm at the shopping center that sells watches, I have to stop by all the boutiques. So I walked by this boutique that sells Grand Seiko, Hamilton, ORIS, Tissot, a whole bunch of different brands. And I see at the front of the store a sign that says 30 to 50% off, closing down store sale. Now this is not a mattress store and it's not a furniture store, which means that this sign is probably true. So obviously we walk in and I start looking around, I start looking at some watches. Again, not planning to buy anything, just browsing, just, having fun as a watch enthusiast. Then I came across ORIS table and they had a few different watches, including this one right here. So I asked the sales rep to show me a few different watches and they all looked really nice. I was always curious about ORIS watches. I never owned any, but I know it's a very well respected brand and I always wanted to have at least one ORIS watch in my collection. So they had a few different watches. I was looking at them and I came across this one right here. I saw the green bezel, that gray dial. It's just so beautiful. The sharp angled case, very tough, very robust looking watch, very tough bracelet on it. And I really like this watch. Now the price tag on this watch was 2,300 Canadian dollars, something like 2,400 Canadian dollars. However, because they're closing down, and actually the store will be closed down on Sunday, the watch was 50% off. So with taxes and everything, it came to 1,300 Canadian dollars, which is roughly about $1,000 US for this ORIS AQUIS, with 3 years warranty, buying from boutique, obviously with all the papers, the warranty register under your name, the box, and brand new watch. It's a really good deal, and they have good deals on some of the other watches, but this was by far my favorite. They also had a ORIS Diver 65, really nice watch. I was kind of considering between this one and the Diver. However, the 65, the only dial version they had left was the silver dial, kind of like a metallic shiny dial. Didn't really like that Diver as much as I like this one. Now, gotta tell you, this is not the newest AQUIS. There's the newer one, and they had also the newer model. The only things that are changed, so this is the 2017, the new one is the 2018, so they had the new one. The updated things are slightly different. Hands, a little bit of a different writing on the dial, but the movement and the finishes and everything else are pretty much identical between the two watches. But they had the new versions in black dial, black bezel, color options, which to me seemed a little boring because I have quite a few divers already in my collection with that configuration, black dial, black bezel. So I decided to add a little bit of color to my collection. Now I didn't decide on the spot. I left the store, walked around, went on eBay, went on Joma Shop, went on Chrono24, did my research just to see if it's actually a fair price of what they're asking, $1,000 US for this watch. I actually even posted a poll on the Instagram account to see what you guys think, whether I should buy this watch or not. And surprisingly, the poll came pretty much 50-50 after 24 hours. It's pretty much 50-50. Some people didn't want me to buy it, some people wanted me to buy it. I don't know what that's all about, but that's besides the point. So I did some research just to make sure that I'm not getting ripped off, because of course the retail price is a price that very few people actually pay. Usually you can get 15-20%, sometimes 30% off of the retail price if you just walk into the boutique. So 50% was a great deal, but it wasn't unbelievable deal, at least in my mind. So I went online, I looked up at some other similar watches, how much they're selling for, and pretty much from my research, they're about $1,400 to $1,500 on the gray market. And I also couldn't find this dial and bezel configuration, which made me happier, I guess, because this means the watch is a little bit more rare, a little bit more special, and I really like this color setup. Came back to the boutique and bought this damn watch. Now I gotta tell you, I also offered them $2,000, 2,000 Canadian dollars for this watch and the Hamilton X-Wind, the big pilot watch. So I guess I was in the mood for big watches yesterday. They refused the offer. They said they're losing money on the watch as is, so they could only sell for whatever the prices are set. They can't give me any more discount, and I didn't want to spend that much money because together with the two watches, I think it came to about 2,300 Canadian dollars. So that's about what? About 1,800, 1,850 US dollars. Not a bad amount to spend on the ORIS AQUIS 43mm and the Hamilton X-Wind automatic chronograph. Really nice watch, but I just thought I don't want to spend all my money on watches all the time because I just spent a whole bunch of money on other watches. So I had to put my foot down somewhere, I had to draw the line somewhere. So I bought this watch and that's it. Now, obviously, this is not a review of the watch because I didn't talk about the watch that much. I'll give you some basic specs about the watch, and of course, I'll do a review in a few weeks' time, give you more close-up shots and give you more detailed information about this watch. But basically, it has, of course, a sapphire crystal, slightly domed sapphire crystal, ceramic bezel, stainless steel case, stainless steel bracelet, very kind of tough looking watch, 43mm diameter. It has an automatic Selecta SW200 movement, a date at the 6 o'clock position, beautiful dial, and of course, again, box papers, all the stuff that you buy when you buy a brand new watch. Yeah, those are the basic specs of the watch, but of course I'll go into details and show you some of the things that I like and some of the things that I don't like in the full review. So of course, subscribe to the channel if you don't want to miss that video. But what I also want to talk to you about is my experience of buying this watch, because it reminded me of, should I say, simpler times. And here's what I mean. It was really kind of beautiful buying this watch because I bought it as somebody would who just walks through the mall, sees the watch that they like, goes in and buys it. That's pretty much how general public buys watches, right? Versus how I usually buy watches and how I know a lot of you guys buy watches as watch enthusiasts. We see a watch online or at a forum or Baselworld, whatever. We find a watch that we like, then we do endless amount of research. We kind of obsess about the watch, put it in our shopping cart, take it out of the shopping cart, think about it some more, watch some more reviews, obsess about the watch some more. And the more expensive the watch, usually for me personally at least, the more waiting and the more thinking I have to do about it. Versus this, of course I did some research on the pricing just to make sure that I'm not buying into the hype of this 50% discount. Turns out I think I got a pretty good deal for $1,000 for this watch. In my opinion, fantastic, 1,000 US dollars. So to me, of just going to the mall, not expecting to buy a watch, walking into the store, again, not knowing much about this watch at the beginning of that trip, finding something that I really like, something that I connected with, and buying it was a great experience. And it kind of reminded me of, should I say, simpler times or different times when I bought watches that way. So it was cool. It was a different experience, and it's something that I wanted to share with you guys. Not to say that one experience is better than the other. I am still gonna buy the watches the way I usually buy, by researching, by doing my homework, by kind of obsessing. That's just the curse of being a watch collector, being a watch enthusiast. But it was a nice break, and it was just kind of refreshing to buy a watch this way. And now to discover all these different things about the watch and the history of this specific line of watches. And yeah, so it was a cool experience, something that I wanted to share with you guys. So that's it. That's my story of this purchase. And of course, again, I'll do a full review of this watch, as well as this other watch review is coming out on Friday. Of course, subscribe to the channel if you don't want to miss that video. I appreciate watching this video until the end. On my wrist today, I was wearing the ORIS, so that's the watch check. So thanks for watching. I know this video is probably way too long. I've been rambling too much, but I'm just excited and I wanted to share it with you. Also, there is a secret link in the description. You know the drill. Thanks for watching. See you guys next time. Bye.